Hey guys, good morning. Let's get right into the word this morning. Cast your care. 1 Peter 5, verse 7. Casting the whole of your care, all your anxieties, all your worries, all your concerns, once and for all on Him. He cares for you affectionately and cares about you watchfully. Obeying the scripture is a bit more difficult for some of us than for others because I care about most things in life and want them to go a certain way. My care can easily turn into worry if I'm not careful. For example, I really can't do anything about what people think of me. So being overly concerned about it is a total waste of my time and energy. But that does not always stop me from worrying. I'm going to give you an example of a husband and wife and how they dealt with it. And I thought it was really special and I wanted to share it with you. My husband certainly does not care about what people think of him. On occasion, when I have asked him how he feels about some negative things someone has said about us, he tells me he doesn't feel anything, but instead he just trusts God to take care of it. I've gotten very upset at times when unkind articles have been written about me in the newspapers, or we have been judged unfairly, but Dave just says, cast your care. We have had a lot of arguments in the past over that statement. I want him to share my feelings, but he really can't because he simply isn't bothered by all the things that bother me. I know he is right when he tells me to cast my care, but since I am already in the midst of caring, that is not the answer I want. Thankfully, God has helped me and continues to do so, and my husband has been a good example for me. Have these things ever happened to you? Has anyone ever disrespected you, talked about you behind your back, made accusations about you that are untrue? Did you get written up in the newspaper and they made it sound a lot awful and maybe you weren't involved the way that they said that you were involved at all? Has that happened to you and people have embarrassed you? Maybe people made assumptions on you and said things about you. These things have happened to me. Who cares? Cast your care. Let God deal with these people. They don't know. They just think they know and they have nothing else better to do than to talk about you, right? If you are more emotional of a person, I'm sure the less emotional people in your life have frustrated you at times. Nothing seems to bother them and a lot of things bother you. This person that I'm giving you an example about, they get it, okay? I have been there and I do know how you feel, but I have also lived long enough to realize that living by feelings is a big mistake. I could have told her that. If you sit and you think and you ponder about what people say and what people do, it just is such a waste of your time and your energy. Don't worry about it at all. Okay, it is true that the best way to live is to learn to cast your care and let God care for you. God will present a table for you in front of your enemies. I give you my word. God will take that person that spoke about you negatively by their tongue, and He'll either place that person in front of you to the point where they'll have no choice but to apologize to you, that they will experience a situation themselves where somebody will talk about them or disrespect them or place them in the same position that they put you in, and they'll have to remember you. The Lord will bring you to their memory. Or that person will have no choice but to realize the truth in front of others that they lied about you, and then that person will have to confront their lie. I'm telling you, I've seen it. And it's like, you lied. You know? Trust in Him. Don't worry about what people say. Don't worry about what people do. Don't worry about how that newspaper journalist had to write it to make it look so serious instead of just doing the right thing and just writing the story. They have a deadline, they have a quota, and they have to beat the next person that doesn't take their place at the job. Just think about it like that. Do you trust God enough to cast your cares? What burden are you carrying today? Cast it unto Him. He wants to take it from you because He can carry any load. All right? Take care.